This video is an honest account of a much awaited photo walk in Jodhpur's Blue City. There's always times when I struggle on a photo walk. I build up the experience and then let myself down, ended in being really hard on myself. This is one of those times. I always have high hopes when going out for a photo walk. My expectation is that I'll come away with a portfolio image, when in reality, more often than not, it just doesn't end up like that. I used to think street photography was just taking photos of people, and how hard could that be? In reality, and the more I progress and learn, the more I realize how hard, complex, and full of nuance it is. Sometimes you can exceed expectations, but sometimes things just don't go to plan. Oh, better turn it on. Gone for the wider angle lens today, just because these are very narrow streets. I might change out, but for now, let's see what we can get. Hello.
Hello.
So at this point, I was just starting off. I felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb wandering around these streets. Trying to remain a little inconspicuous whilst moving through these narrow little lanes was pretty hard for me. And for some reason, I felt like my confidence was wavering. I'm not sure what it was, but I just didn't feel comfortable with my camera. I decided to keep going, even though I had this underlying feeling. Hello. Oh, you dropped something. Yeah. So at this point, I just wanted to stop. I wasn't feeling it at all, and I had to take a moment to gather myself. The shots I had already got, I felt were like pretty terrible. Like there was nothing interesting about what I'd captured, and I wasn't having too much fun. I felt quite a lot of pressure. I felt completely kind of removed from the experience that I was having. And I felt like I was kind of forcing myself to be out there and continue to take photos. That didn't feel too good. I had a little stop, I had a little think, I spoke to Danielle, but in the end I decided to carry on. Hello. I'm good, thank you. So that was my photo walk around Jodhpur's blue part of the city. I learned a lot about myself and a lot about photography on this walk. In my honest opinion, I feel like this photo walk was a little bit of a failure in terms of the photos that I actually captured. And I'd like to just quickly talk about kind of the three main factors in which I thought contributed to this. Number one, I'm in India. I have been building this trip up for kind of, a long time. And in my head, I wanted to get some, absolute bangers, absolute career-changing images that could potentially launch my career and be noticed by Magnum Photos. I think pressure like that does something to your brain. And instead of enjoying the process, enjoying the experience, it becomes about trying to produce greatness rather than just being in the experience and actually having fun. I think it took me a little while into the trip to kind of get over this. I'm a little bit gutted that it was even happening to me because it kind of removed me from some of the experiences in that way. Did the notion of being in India and kind of knowing that I wouldn't be back here for a little while get in the way a little bit of the experience? Yeah, probably, maybe a little bit, because in my mind, limited time equals a little bit of pressure. Number two, I wasn't feeling confident with my focal length on that day. I think the Fuji 18, which is the 27mm full frame equivalent, is a focal length in street photography where you have to get close in order to fill the scene, to create interest. As I wasn't feeling confident, I felt like I was really distancing myself from the scene, from different subjects, which ultimately turned into the unhappiness of the photos I've got. Maybe on another day I would have felt confident and the photos would have looked completely different. And number three, I felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb around those narrow lanes. My experience of India so far is that people just kind of stare at you as you are foreign to them. With street photography in India, it's been a lot easier when it's been the crowded, bustling streets, as there's a lot going on and you can blend in a hell of a lot more. But there was no hiding around Jodhpur's blue city lanes. Coupled with not feeling confident, I shied away from getting stuck into the scene, shied away from people, and ultimately I just danced around the surface. Also, side point, I don't know if any of you feel this way, but as soon as the GoPro goes on, I just feel like there's an immense amount of pressure. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but if you do, let me know. Sometimes you come away from a photo walk with next to nothing, but that's okay. Not every photo walk, every photo outing needs to be spectacular. Sometimes it's just a bit of practice and a learning experience. Like I've gone over, there's definitely a lot to take away for me when experiencing days like this. If you resonate with anything I've said here today, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and hear your thoughts on the matter. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want some more, and I'll see you soon.